Hello everybody. My mic was off in the car. So we'll do a little intro now. Today we have a upper body pump day, no barbell SBD. So just a lot of hypertrophy. And our first pseudo compound movement is going to be 2 sets of AMRAP dips with 20% body weight added. So for me, around 195, we're gonna consider 20% to be roughly 40 pounds. And we're gonna round up to a plate, because why not? I have the dip fork ready here. Right now, I'm just doing a very general warm up. I'm gonna get my back loose, get a little bit of blood in my lats, do some push-ups, get the triceps nice and warm, and then some shoulder work. But we're not gonna waste too much time today before we get it in. Sipping on God's beautiful creation, the green monster today. I feel pretty good. For almost no warm-up so far, I feel very good. For the AMRAP plate dips, I'll say, actually I don't want to set a line because I don't want to get in my head and subconsciously put a ceiling on what I can do. So I'm actually gonna go for as many as I want. So how about this? How about this time you guys comment how many you think I'm gonna get. Closest one in the comments gets J Bad Lifts exclusive footage. Okay, a little scary. The tripod took a spill and the camera was not turning on for a second. So we are going to place some weights around the base of this camera tripod to make sure that does not happen again. That was terrifying. Like I was saying, maybe I was saying, we're not gonna do too much more warming up. I'm gonna do 1 set with a 25-pound plate added. I don't know, just a good feeler amount of reps. And we're just gonna move straight into the AMRAP. Those feel pretty good. See you guys first AMRAP set. Okay, first set of AMRAP. Got 45 pounds on this belt. Let's get after it. Uh, 20 reps for the first set. Now we'll see how many more we can get on set number 2. We've rested for probably like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm gonna see how many more I can get on the second set. So the first set we got 20. I'd be happy with anything over 12. I lost count. I don't think that was 12, but we pushed as hard as we could on those. We're gonna keep this workout fast paced, and we're gonna go move on to some seated rows. See you guys rowing. I'm just gonna do some regular cable wide bar rows. Keeping it simple, keeping it classy. I'll probably get the straps once we get heavy for warming up purposes. Whoa. Those will be just fine. See you guys working sets. Now you'll notice on these I kind of push my butt all the way back. And then at the bottom of the stretch, I allow my torso to kind of fold over. I'm trying to maximize the stretch I feel in my lats. If I was targeting more upper mid-back, rhomboids, traps, and stuff like that, I would keep a pretty strict torso. And I'd be more concerned with, you know, kind of the top half of the movement, that squeeze. But this, it's a stretch and it's a pull with the elbows. So even if I don't get that full, like, grainy squeeze at the very back, where you see my traps and my rhomboids really scrunching together, that's fine. Because the target of this movement is the lats, primarily the lower lats. So let's see that in action. Start here, see butt goes back. That was a good working set. I think you guys are gonna like this one. Drop set. That's it for seated rows. Move on to the next exercise. Okay, I'm thinking we do some chest flies, and then afterwards immediately get into rear delts on this thing. I'm gonna try out a new rear delt setup for this. I don't know what it is, but I never feel like even when I use these handles. Sometimes I just like grabbing onto the actual arm itself. These are such a good movement, but I never do them. I have trouble really getting a good connection. So we can lock in and get a good squeeze on them. That's it, okay. One piece of advice I would recommend with machines is that everybody has different anatomy. Everyone's gonna have different bone structure. Their limbs are gonna be different ratios of their heights. Maybe you have crazy long forearms or or femurs or something. And sometimes the machine just doesn't work for you. This is one for me. I have a relatively very short torso, so when I'm here, all my height, what I have at least, is in my legs. So I sit down, I'm so low, I'm almost squeezing out, which is fine, but I don't think it's really targeting the muscle as good as I want it to. I mean, I might be getting a little more lower chest activation. That's not what I'm going for. So what I just found out is that if I almost kind of straddle this thing and just stand and place the top of the seat near my thoracic, mid-back, and then I can grab these arms too, I can sit back into it to the perfect height, and boom, watch. You're supposed to do just lat pull downs and move on to arms and shoulders. I was like, I only did 2 sets of chest. I don't need to do 7-8 sets of back. For me personally, I think my back is probably up there with my strongest body part, and I don't really need, I definitely still work it, and I like working it, but it doesn't need nearly as much attention as, say, you know, my shoulders or my arms, I think. There's just this huge mass, and then I think I still have relatively sizable arms, but compared to, you know, they don't really see the limelight. That's it for chest. Let me try these pec-decs that I've seen, or these rear delt flies that I've seen. Doing them unilaterally, I think A, is already a good start for getting better connection. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn my torso facing the opposite direction of the weight stack. So I'm in a pre-stretch position. I don't hate these at all, but what I don't like is this whole pec-dec is on a inclined plane. As I'm pulling back, I'm also pulling up. Now, I guess it's good for hitting your lower pec, but if you just want a good old pec-dec, I wish they had a standard option, or at least make it adjustable. But we'll stick with these for now. However, you can combat that by just angling your torso, and it pretty much negates the effect of, you know, changing the resistance throughout the range of motion. Again, don't feel constrained to how the machine's moving. Now, machines, what makes them machines and good is the fact that they abide by constrained motion, and the fact that the weight can't deviate from a set path. However, what you can do is you can adjust yourself to make sure that that line of action of that force being applied is advantageous to you and your goal. In this case, targeting the rear delt. I'm making sure every muscle fiber is in line with this inclined sweep. We'll do one more quick set of these. We're done. Again, rear delt, relatively smaller muscle, does not require as much rest time. Yeah, you really start to feel these if you get in that proper line, that sweep. That's a wrap. Let's move on to some arms and shoulders. We're now here doing some triceps. I'm gonna use the rope this time. I have mixed feelings about the rope. Sometimes it does feel good sometimes. Why don't we superset these with rope curls? Forgot to switch. Biceps aren't quite as strong as the triceps, which makes sense. They're about half the size.
No, not currently, but I have it on hand. You know, we'll probably implement it at some point. Yeah, it's always a little high. I feel like it doesn't really matter.
I can't get enough water in this place, dude. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I have a Gatorade. I am so nice to myself. Even better, mix it in ice water.
Yeah, I'm just saying during practice, I want to get blood work.
Yeah, I would love to kind of experiment with maybe kind of pushing my estrogen down to the end of practice.
It's fine for super pill. And one thing he did, he implemented a running thing, a run deck, everything.
Take this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, he was also looking at the
Oh, fuck that. I would take
Last set.
that.
Let's finish this out strong. Come on. Let's get a good pump.
And I didn't do it like immediately after the show, but I started fucking up like a week and a half after the show. And every week I was engine out and doing a shitload of cardio, trying to bring it back down. Cardio kind of makes sense. So you get in that really crazy mindset. You gotta do something about it.
There's that shaking again. The nerve system's like, no, I don't want to adapt and regrow bigger and stronger. And to that, I say,
Nothing awful. Then you go out to eat, all bodybuilding food, all that fucking shit. And now I started my office and I have my 4-year-old once a week. Like, I don't feel the urge to go crazy.
let's do some lateral raises. My camera actually told me that it was overheating, which I've never seen before, but I guess I have been here a while, so. I think you guys have seen just about enough of the physique today. I don't think we need to go to pose down. Well, I could just give you a quick one right here. How about that? Some real natural lighting. How about them apples? See you guys in the car. What is going on, post-gym vlog? I'm gonna make this quick because I already got a warning that my camera was overheating. I don't want that to happen again. So, workout was good. Upper body pump, chest, back, shoulders, arms, all good things. And now I am elated to bring you a review of the Bucked Up lightly carbonated protein beverage, pineapple banana flavor. So, I've had, I think, 1 or 2 of these before, maybe in like the mango, strawberry mango flavor. I don't know. So, I'm gonna give you guys an honest review. Henry, if you're watching, this is for you personally. I love you. So right off the bat, it has that very nostalgic, super artificial banana taste, or smell. And then the taste, it isn't as artificial as you would believe it to be. The pineapple kind of takes over, but the banana's like, it kind of mellows it out. But it's very like Laffy Taffy banana flavor. I'd give it a solid 8.7 out of 10. So, with that, pump was good. No intentional pose down today, but we got plenty of physique updates. So, hope you guys had a good one. But yeah, I'm gonna go hit Costco later if I get anything good, like protein-y or whatever. I'll let you guys see, but other than that, gym vlog out.